get started on the oboe? What made you want to have a professional career as an oboe player?
Well, my parents were both professional musicians, and my dad was an oboe player. So
Oh,
I started studying with him. That's kind of where it all came from. I also played piano and sang a lot as a kid and did a lot of theater. Came across the Baroque oboe when I went to the Baroque Performance Institute for the first time and learned all about the Juilliard program and just fell in love with the music and the instrument and just kind of like gave everything up and went the Baroque historical performance route after that.
David, didn't you first start your musical career, at least in big terms, as a countertenor?
Yeah, I started as a boy soprano, and I still sing today, and now I'm a countertenor. So yeah, the development of my voice did have a lot to do with my development as an instrumentalist. So I think that's what I was able to do. I think I was able to take like my what I learned as a singer and as someone who expresses, that kind of music. And as an oboist, it just kind of led me to fill in a niche in the historical performance world.
and also for anybody who doesn't know, what is the difference between a modern oboe and a Baroque oboe?
Basically, a huge difference is that there's only two keys on the Baroque oboe, whereas on the modern oboe there's dozens and dozens of keys, and all of these keys they help you play like the more enharmonic notes, the more accidental notes. The reason you have a key is to cover a hole that they've drilled into this wood. So there's all of these places on the instrument that it needs to seal. That's a big difference. The inside of the bore, the shape of the inside is a lot different. The shape it becomes as time goes on, the shape becomes more conical as
Mm.
opposed to more cylindrical. That really has all of those things really affect the sound of the instrument. So the sound is what is the most noticeably different. The Baroque oboe has a much warmer, kind of more open sound, whereas the modern instrument might have a more forward nasal sound.
Okay.
And also, because there are no keys on the Baroque instrument, we have to use all of these fingerings called forked fingerings in order to get the different notes. Because of what the air does when you have a forked fingering, the color of those notes is very different from the color of the notes right next to it.
Mm.
So you have this kind of hill and valley color field with these Baroque instruments because of the ways you have to go about getting the notes out. Whereas on the modern instrument, you have all these keys and all these extra holes drilled, so you can just go, and then it all sounds exactly the same right next to each other. So a big difference for me is that on the modern oboe, you can basically accomplish anything you want. It's like a machine that you can get
Mm.
anything done. And on the Baroque oboe, it's a much more a basic piece of technology, and so the hurdles you have to jump in order to get some of the most basic musical figures out. It allows for different colors that you otherwise would not find on the modern oboe. It's a very colorful instrument.
So thank you so much for giving us the technical detail.
Absolutely.
You're playing a very special piece for us at the Rococo Repast concert in the beautiful, beautiful Metropolitan Club. Could you tell us a little bit about this piece and have you ever played it before? Is it a piece that's known to you or will this be the first time?
In the pandemic, I did play these quartets just as a little project to do when we were all kind of sitting on our hands and not had much to do. So I did play these pieces in a recital, and they're really wonderful quartets and quintets. They're kind of in the middle land between like Baroque world and classical world. So you get this galant style that is, maybe you make it look really easy. That's kind of the whole point is you it's something hard, but you have to make it look really easy. So yeah, they're really wonderful pieces. I can't wait to play them.
What are you looking forward to in the future? What plans do you have? You're still young. Where are you going?
Still young, thank God. My favorite things to do are big orchestral works. I know that's kind of funny coming from an early music player, but maybe I've just played so much early music that I'm itching to move forward in time all the time. So, a Dvorak's Serenade on historical instruments coming up in November. I mean, even playing J.C. Bach is a welcome. It's fun to play, a vast repertoire, and to play more pieces. It is feeling like I have to move forward in time. So anything where I get to do kind of big orchestral works is really exciting for me.
To young people who are starting out, let's assume they have a musical interest. What should they do in order to pursue that musical dream of theirs?
I've always kind of gone towards things where I don't know the outcome, and like kind of have faith that just by putting yourself out there, something will come, even if it's not the outcome you thought it would be. Something like it will be different than if you just sat in your house and did nothing. So like trust that gut instinct, like to go for something that feels right and that feels like really inspiring for you, even if you fail, like that's great because you probably met a couple people who are going to remember you now. Just get as many skills as you can that aren't music because there's always time to practice. And some of those other skills in business are harder to come by. So that would be some advice that I would give a young person.
Well, we look forward to welcoming you back to the city.
Okay, bye-bye guys. See ya.
Bye.